I'm eating.
Exclusive Pringle footage.
In no way sponsored by Pringles.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 215th hour of Adventurers Wanted.
Yeah! 215!
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Just a couple of things before we start. This performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. That just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any sound or movement from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who may not be able to be still or silent for the duration of the piece. If at any point you do want to pop out, you can head through the door at the back. There's some water and that out there. Feel free to come back in whenever you feel up to it. Give me a wee shout, I'll just be over here if you do need anything. We've got some audio loop headsets as well, so if you'd like to use those, again, just come and give me a shout. The lights should stay like this throughout the hour. They have been good off this morning. If that happens, I will run and fix it just as quick as I can, and there'll be no loud bangs, but there'll be some background music throughout as well. Pass over to Chris, who is the GM, while Chris just finishes that photograph. I'm going to pick up this photo that's over here.
Hello!
And he's back.
Welcome to Adventurers Wanted! Hang on. Oh,
That's so tense.
Quite the pork pie.
that was an excellent pork pie. Thank you very much, Dom. Hello, welcome to Adventurers Wanted. I'm Chris, your games master for the next hour, and then I get a break. Yeah, I'm exhausted. So, hour 2:15. We've been playing a lot of D&D. What are we doing here? We are playing a tabletop role-playing game. What we're doing is the people to my left and right are characters in a universe which I portray the rest of. So the monsters that they fight, the allies they encounter, and the situations they deal with. We use dice rolls to make sure that I don't abuse my awesome power. They tell me what they want to do, and we use dice to make sure that they either succeed spectacularly with a roll of 20 or higher being relatively good, or 1 being a spectacular failure. I can't condense 214 hours of backstory into 30 seconds, so I'm not even going to try. I will try and give you a précis of what's going on, but if at any point there's a character or a situation you are confused about or don't know what's going on, please feel free to chime in from the audience or from the players. It's absolutely fine. And stream, if there's any questions, do pop them down on chat, and our stage manager will answer them. And if she doesn't know, she can always ask us. So that's what we're going to do. In short, the people to my left and right are crew members of the Spirit of the Horizon, which is a naval research vessel. It, in finding a stone tablet on their own world, managed to awaken an unspeakable evil. In doing so, they ran away, used the spell on the stone tablet to escape, and it teleported them to a strange new world. They have had many mystical encounters in this strange new world, from pirates through to water genies, and they are currently trying to deal with a dragon turtle. A gigantic turtle-dragon hybrid that apparently has the last piece of a stone tablet that exists in this world that they think will do the same thing as the last one did. There is a piece in its belly somewhere, and they're hoping to get it. However, after making their way through to the lair of this dragon turtle, they've discovered that the water genie that they were fighting earlier has taken control of the dragon turtle, and they have both swum away. They are now dealing with water elementals in the water around them, because fighting water elementals in their element is a sensible idea. And at which point we will re-enter directly into combat. I'm going to start on my left and ask the players to introduce themselves, the name of their character, and what they do on board ship.
Hi, my name's Chloe. I play Relora, who is the technically captain.
Yeah.
Acting captain.
Nah, she thinks that the acting captain stuff is just going to confuse things at an important moment in time, so she's actually skipping that.
Relora was the commander of the ship. She was promoted from a civilian
translator,
from a civilian position on board ship, and due to a series of random events, she has now become the captain of the Spirit of the Horizon.
Yeah, so that's what she's currently about.
Yeah.
Hey, I am Chaz, and in a great explanation of my range as a performer, I will technically be playing 2 characters. One is Creward Gregarian. He is a half-orc monk. He's sort of a gentle giant, just carries things around on the ship, sort of a bit of a busybody. Mm-hmm. And then Realities Away is the former captain of the Spirit of the Horizon, Golan Hyde.
Who you were playing up until hour 2 this morning, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yes. I was playing up until hour 2 this morning, who is now engaged in what I can only imagine is the love child of Mad Max and Stranger Things.
It's not far off, actually. Dom.
I'm Dominic. I'm playing Elias Maudlin. He's a human cleric. He is a religious missionary, but he's from aristocratic stock. His family were all destroyed, and he's pretty misanthropic about the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm Emily, but I'm playing Peanut, the Halfling Rogue. Peanut was a chef on the ship, but now she has to fight and help along whenever she gets teleported in, which happens fairly often. Emily doesn't have a spending problem, and now she has some magical food abilities, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, she's made a pact with a local god to become a magical chef with wacky food abilities that may come up this hour. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, you're currently in an underwater battle with water elementals, so magical food abilities, exactly. Good. We're going to dive straight back into combat in a second, Cats. Have that music ready. But for a moment, let us go to Elias. On board ship, you were teleported out of the terrible underwater caverns you were fighting in earlier, and you've had about an hour or so to compose yourself. And
I'm in the middle of telling someone, and I found this skull, and it was a dwarven skull. But then, at least I'm not in those horrible caverns anymore. And then,
Holler, the tiefling barbarian, much of a misanthrope like yourself, who has had various jobs on board ship and been kicked out of them for being, well, either too grumpy or incompetent, has made his way over to you having this conversation, and is going, yeah, I saw it too. I think it was Almond's.
which one's Almond? They all look the same to me.
The little dwarf who died about 100 hours ago. The DM takes psychic damage.
Oh, I see.
Just about a month or so.
About a month, yeah, about a month ago.
Oh, well. I keep myself to myself, really. Don't notice them.
Have you heard the news about the captain yet?
I was there.
Yes, you were.
I was there. I saw. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I saw what happened. I saw him disappear in a spray of colour.
There is a general hustle of activity around the ship, mostly because people have started to heard the news and are feeling a bit like they don't really know what to do. Is there anyone you want to talk to about this or engage with about it?
Oh no!
No.
Can't stand the
The
people.
hoi polloi? No, none of them.
I'd like to roll another perception check for Chauncey.
Please do.
Yep.
He's currently rolling for the captain's pet griffin, who is
Well,
still on board ship.
Has someone, I asked for someone to,
17.
Elias, you are a cleric, are you not?
I am.
Do you have speak with animals, perchance?
I don't think I do, but I don't think I met any animal.
Or tongues, maybe?
No.
No.
God damn it.
Most of my stuff is like healing and tinkering with the dead, which is
Tongues,
quite
okay.
suitable. For, you know.
Some creepy-ass cleric, yeah.
Yeah. I mostly do funeral rites.
Chauncey has noticed the flurry of activity on board ship and is looking for Golem. She's flying around, cawing forlornly. She can't see her mama.
I don't like talking to humans, let alone animals.
And Elias takes this opportunity for some lovely role-playing and shits all over it. Great, lovely. The teleportation energy surrounds you and...
High-level monks can speak to
True.
Galvard!
Also, Relora has tongues and she totally forgot.
I don't think tongues works on animals. We'll skip over this point. And Elias is teleported back into an underwater combat situation. Time to back in with that music, Cat.
But I'm thinking, oh, poor Chansey. Pop.
And Pop, you're underwater again. Again, you have a rebreather you can refit to your face as a free action if you want to.
I shall.
Excellent.
Immediately.
All of the characters have underwater masks that allow them to breathe underwater, given to them very helpfully by some coral dwarves a couple of hours ago.
Is it my turn? Can I punch things?
Some people never change. Right, it's not, I'm afraid, it's the water elemental's turn.
Take the captain
Oh yeah,
out of
they
the
were all
player.
looking at me.
Yeah, the elementals were all hit by a thunder wave in the last hour and were all damaged by it underwater by Relora, as were the rest of her compatriots, which seems to have been a rather rash decision, but there we go. They are now all heading for you because you did them damage and they don't like it.
Yep.
What is your armor class, please?
17.
17.
Fancy armor.
You take 2 hits.
Can I cutting words?
I think it was one of them, sure. 3 hits. Make cutting words. Use cutting words, which is a bardic ability to try and reduce the attack roll I've made.
Yep.
Go ahead.
She's underwater, So she just swears.
It's like one of these.
She swears in half elf, but like through the water. So
She
it's
swears in
like
half elf through the
gurgling.
water. Roll that and tell me how much lower it is.
That's a D10, isn't it?
It is a D10.
Come on. 5.
What is your armor class again?
17.
One of them does not hit, so only 2 of the attacks hit you.
Yeah, something.
That is 16 from one. And another 16, so 32 points of damage.
Okay.
And one of them reaches out to you. Make a strength saving throw as it envelops you.
God. That would be a 6.
A 6. You are also suddenly overwhelmed and trapped by one of these creatures as it wraps itself around you, and you feel this water around you quite solid, holding you in place. You are grappled and restrained at this point.
Yep.
You also take another 8 plus 4, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Right. How you looking, Rillora? How's it going?
Not good. I mean, if you were to put it in a kind of numerical
Yeah.
perspective, you'd say that I maybe look just barely over a quarter of what a healthy me would look like.
Splendid. So if you put a numerical value on health, she looks like she has a quarter of her hit points.
Is it my turn? Can I punch things?
No, it is Elias's turn, who's just appeared. Because that's the order. Elias has appeared. Elias, you see this happening. You see Rillora being taken on by 3 of these gigantic things. Living water.
Gigantic? How gigantic?
They're quite large. In D&D terms, they are large. So about 10 by 10 foot. And one has enveloped her, and 2 have started beating her around with this sort of living embodiment of water. You can now see these quite well because they've taken a much more coalescent form. What would you like to do? There are 3 of them ahead of you. Rillora is trapped in one of them. They're about 10 feet away from you.
The one Valora's trapped in.
Yes.
If I were to attempt to banish it and was successful,
Oh.
Valora would be unscathed. I'm right in thinking that, aren't
I'm going to say that I don't know, but if you want to do it, please do, and we'll have some fun.
I? I shall attempt that. I shall attempt to banish that creature
Wonderful.
back to the shadows it didn't come from.
That shows it didn't come from. What do I have to roll to not be affected by this?
Charisma saving.
A charisma saving throw. Thank you.
I don't know why.
Do I
it's
need to
charisma.
roll anything?
You have to be very charming
see.
to stop being banished, apparently.
I'm just checking the rules on banishment.
Hey, charisma saving throw, though. That's good.
True. It would be a crazy twist if
If both Rillora and the captain got sent back.
No, it's one creature. It's just the target, so it doesn't affect Rillora.
Oh, good.
Actually,
I mean,
it
I'm in
could
the
affect
creature.
both. Yeah, it could affect both. Make a charisma saving throw.
I don't know if I want this to be high or low. I'm really conflicted right now. 24.
24. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 17.
17. As you cast a spell and cast it towards the elemental, you're fine. It is also fine. Nothing happens. Shame. That would have been fun.
There is no god.
There is no god. You feel all of your spell points disappear as you make chastise your god. I'm not that mean. That's not happening. Right. Elias does nothing. Peanut, it is your turn. You're still floating in the water. You're surrounded by wreckage pieces, so you could try and hide behind those to do more damage of your sneak attack. There are still these 3 elementals, but currently one is enveloped and 2 are battering Rillora.
And they're focused on her, though, right?
They are currently focused
so
on
I
her.
could attack them and still get sneak attack damage. 'Cause she's within 5 feet of them. essentially.
Technically, she's grappled and restrained, so it wouldn't
Oh,
count.
okay, and I can still hide first.
Okay,
I
make
guess.
a stealth check.
That's gonna be 22.
22.
That's what I will choose.
I'm just checking the elemental's perception. Yeah, there's no way they see you, so you are hidden. You swim behind one of these raging masts popping out at an angle, and you are hidden behind it, and you can
How
peek
far am
out
I from them?
30 feet. You can
Okay, I'm
make the
gonna
hit.
shoot short with it.
Absolutely use your short bow to make that strike.
That's a 18 to hit.
You hit, roll the sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Which one are you going for? The one that's currently got her enwrapped? The other 2 that are battering her?
I'm going for the one that's got her wrapped.
Excellent. While the rogue rolls all of those dice, Cruid, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I punch things?
Yes, absolutely, you can punch things.
Yeah, cool. So there are 3 water elements.
3 water elementals. One currently has her inside it. The other 2 are alongside.
Right. If I punch the one that's got the commander inside it, is there a chance I'm just going to go straight through and hit the commander?
I don't know. Let's find out.
No, let's hit another one.
37. I'm concerned now.
37,
Yeah.
the one that she's in.
Yeah.
What was your attack roll?
An 18.
You shoot your arrow and it lodges in the water inside this thing. It floats gently past Relora. Any impetus is taken up by the water that it hit, so it just took the damage. 37. No problem. That one's starting to look like it's dissipating slightly at the edges.
Quick noodly question. Have
Yes.
I restored my spell points from earlier, or are
No.
they the same?
Same.
I would like to spend a key point to do flurry of blows. 3 attacks just on one of them.
Which one?
Let's say the one to the right of the one holding Valora.
Is it the one you attacked first time round, or is it the one...
Yes, it is.
It is the one you attacked first time round. Excellent.
I hate
Make
that
your
guy.
attack rolls.
Pow! That is 24.
First hits.
Do damage.
Do all 3 attack rolls first. It's faster to roll the 3 dice together.
That is modified 20.
That hits.
And that is 21.
All 3 of them hit. Roll the damage on all 3 of those.
Okay.
No stunning strikes?
No. It's a water elemental. In water.
It's not immune from stunning.
6 on the first hit.
Yep.
12 on the second.
Yep.
And 6 on the third.
So a total of 24.
Yep.
And your fists count as magical weapons, so they do full damage. So that is 24 points of damage to said water elemental. Lovely. Relora, it is your turn. You need to make a grapple check contested to escape.
Which is that a strength saving?
No, it is either a athletics roll or an acrobatics roll.
Acrobatics. That would be 6.
Yeah, I rolled way more than that. You are still held in this creature's grasp, and it can do more things to you on its next turn. Splendid.
There's nothing I can do.
Not, you are currently considered restrained by it, and restrained creatures, you get disadvantage on a lot of things, and you're also technically grappled. Hang on. You can still attack when you're grappled and restrained, so you could attack it from the inside.
Okay. As in I can only do physical attacks.
You can probably do spell attacks as well, yeah.
Right. Actually, no, she was having a thought that if she can still attack, then both the daggers,
Mm-hmm.
just like as much as she can move, just like stabbing outwards into it.
Sure, it's a dagger underwater, so you are attacking with disadvantage. No, daggers
No,
are fine
daggers
underwater.
are alright.
Daggers are fine underwater. Go for it.
22
Yeah, that hits.
and 24.
That hits as well.
So that is 8 and 10 in total.
10. You're doing damage to it, but you get the sense that it's still got plenty of... It's still plenty healthy. Still plenty healthy, so there's still a lot to do to get rid of this one that
Who
you're still
seems to
grappled by.
have done the most damage to them at the moment?
Peanut.
Peanut. I want to give Peanut inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
While inside a water elemental, when she's 30 foot away.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I try to sing something.
What
but
do you try and sing?
I can't speak and I can't play my mandolin, so it probably just comes out.
Amazingly,
Just
because
that.
bards are magic, that works. You feel inspired by Relora's gurgle.
Best I can do underwater.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh god.
It is now the
It's
water.
a D10 when you. Oh no, it's a
Yeah.
D12
It's a
now.
D12 when you
because
need
I'm
it.
better at things.
That's for attack rolls or damage?
Anything on a D20.
Okay.
Right, Relora, you are still grappled by the one inside you. It is going to... It gets to hit you automatically because you're being grappled by it. For 12 points of damage. It is also specifically targeting your rebreather, and it is pushing it off your face, and you are now breathing water, so you are now also in the process of drowning. What's your constitution modifier?
2.
2. You have 2 rounds before you fall unconscious.
Okie dokes.
The other 2 elementals, the one that you hit is going for you.
Of course it is.
For you, monk.
Yes. Good.
Really?
Dodge.
You have to do it on your turn. Use a key point on your turn.
It's not a reaction.
No, dodge is not a reaction.
You can spend a key point to take the guard action's bonus action, so it's the next action.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not as a reaction on your turn because you get attacked. What's your armor class?
17.
The one you were attacking reaches out to you and starts trying to slam at you with the water, but you are too dexterous. You get out of the way. The other one that was the other one is going to try and grapple you in the same way the one that Relora has. Make a strength saving throw, please.
Me?
Yes.
Right. 17.
It tries to grapple you, and again, you get out of the way.
You sound disappointed.
I am very disappointed. Very disappointed. Right, that was the elemental's turn. Much use it was. Elias, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
That's monks, man. Proficient in all saving throws.
Are you?
Yes.
So are paladins at this level, it makes sense. Go on.
I will cast Guiding Bolt on one of them.
Which one?
The one that isn't. One of the ones that isn't engulfing.
Yep. Yep.
Do
Do. Right, make your attack roll. The one that's attacking, the one that he was attacking, or the other one?
Yeah, the one he was attacking.
Sure, go for it.
Well, that was pretty poor. I rolled an 8 plus a 9, which is 17.
You hit it with your guiding bolt. What level are you casting it at?
Oh, that's a good point.
You should have told me before you
Yes,
before you announced
I
it,
should- I
but you know
should have
what?
thought
I'm
that.
being kind today.
Thank you.
I'd like to contest that statement.
Damage increase.
It wasn't my fault.
How much
Yeah.
How much does the point
Yes,
spend
mate.
increase by?
It
Oh,
goes.
it's just based on. Oh,
No,
yeah.
it isn't.
Oh, no.
It says actually there's points written after each level there for you, so you can cast it at a higher level to do more damage with it
Okay,
effectively.
that would cost me more points.
Yes,
Let's
correct.
cast it at 3rd level.
3rd level, so for 5 spell points.
Yeah, and
At 3rd level, how much damage does it
So
do?
it normally does 4d6 radiant damage, and using the spell slot, damage increases by 1d6 for
That's
each
5d6.
slot of first. There we are, 5d6.
What am I rolling against? Oh no, you do a spell attack roll, so you've done it, you've
Yeah.
hit it. That's
and,
fine.
Also, it means that because it makes the enemy sort of glow dimly.
Advantage on attack rolls from
yeah,
everyone else.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
How many did we say? 5?
5d6, please.
6, 7, 8.
14.
14.
15.
16, 17, 19.
19.
Oh, was that 4 or
No,
5?
you counted 5, you missed one. 19 points of damage. What do your guiding bolts look like?
They're just shoots of pure sunlight.
Pure
Golden-
sunlight.
pure
golden sunlight from you, the rosiest man in the
And they
room.
come from my holy bronze sun disk on my chest.
So you Care Bear stare them.
I care bear stare indeed. That's exactly what I do.
I choose the power of light and shoot out of you and slam into this water elemental, doing significant damage to it. It's still not looking like it's too badly hurt, but you are
steam.
you are trying, and it is clearly appreciated by everyone around. Good. Cruad, it is your turn.
Can I hear something?
No, it isn't. It's Peanut's turn first. I'm sorry.
Is there still one enveloping Galora?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to shoot it again.
Okay.
Can't roll a 1, right? So. That's not bad. That's a 22.
22. That hits. Yeah. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Are you still hidden?
It should be a. I mean, I didn't say I was before.
You
I
didn't
attacked.
say you were, so
but I
you're
would
not.
assume it was attracted by her, because no, it's not attacking.
No
anyone
one's
else.
attacking it.
Can I attack something else if someone else is attacking?
Wait. I did just stab it.
Doesn't count when it's restrained inside you.
Oh, okay. I'm
Um,
inside it. Stop saying it's inside me.
Oh, sorry. Weird slip of the tongue. Because you didn't declare hide. It probably is. Because you didn't declare hide, you.
That was.
Can I change my target for the attack?
No.
No. Okay.
You said what you were doing.
Okay, fine.
I've run a very simple table. What you say goes.
Okay. 13 damage then.
13 damage. Yeah, it's taken more damage. It's not looking healthy, but there you go. You didn't do that much damage to
I'm
it,
gonna
though.
hide now.
You're going to hide now? Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Your hide skill is so high with your modifier that there is no way they'll be able to see you, so you hide again behind this shipwreck. No probs there. Cruad,
Can I punch something?
you can now punch something.
Can I punch the thing holding the now captain?
Yeah.
Can I punch it 3 times?
Yeah.
Awesome, I'm going to do that.
Right.
I'll spend a key point and everything.
You do that.
I will.
Yeah.
Sass maker.
I hinted you could stunning strike it and do more damage, but you've now said what you're going to do.
I can't stunning strike and hit 3 times.
I think you can. No, you didn't say you were going to do that, and
Fair.
I then hinted.
Fair. Sass in me.
Yeah.
Ooh, off to a rocky start with a 13.
13 does not hit.
14.
Does hit.
And 14 again.
Yeah, 2 of those strikes hit. And 1 is not your fist, so tell me what that looks like.
I'm just gonna,
Boom. Boom! Smacked him with the head. Perfect. So, 2 hits and a headbutt. No,
Uh,
1 hit and a headbutt. 1 was a whiff.
8 on the first,
Yep.
and 10 on the second.
Right. This thing is looking raggedy and torn at the edges, but you haven't taken it out. It is no...
I'm also hoping to distract him. He's like, no, look at me!
Sure, that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do on my turn,
Do one of those.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think
Relora, it is your turn. You are currently drowning. You have 1 more turn after this of air before the end of your turn you fall unconscious.
If I cast something that only has a vocal element, does that mean that after that spell, I go, like, say, immediately unconscious or something?
I think that
Because
seems fair because you're using the air in your lungs right now to cast a spell with it. Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone or are my allies relatively close by?
She's quite a long way away behind a wreck. You think you haven't seen her in a while, but arrows keep flying out from there, and you're not that dim to work that one out. The monk is next to you, battering away at the thing, trying to help you.
And Elias?
And Elias is floating about 10 feet away, shooting spells out like it's Mardi Gras.
Okay. I
Couldn't be more opportune for his character.
I dimension door out from inside of it to immediately next to Elias.
You cast Dimension Door. Dimension Door is a teleportation spell, so you can break grapple with it, that's fine. You Dimension Door out of the creature, next to Elias, but casting that spell has used all of your air. You could potentially roll a Constitution saving throw to keep just enough air in to pop the mask back on as when you're out.
Okay.
Come on.
Sweet. +2. 7.
Nope. Relora appears next to you and immediately falls unconscious, clearly
Sorry,
drowning.
Does that mean
Bother.
do my hit point? Do I lose the final hit points that I had, or when I regain, if I regain consciousness?
You
do I
immediately
get
fall
back?
to 0.
I immediately fall to 0. Okay.
Relora is currently clearly bobbing, slowly floating upwards in the water, her lungs filling with water, looking like the new captain might also be about to disappear from the game. Oh,
But she's
dear.
got contact other plane.
Yeah.
Contact Other Plane can send you mad. It's a crazy spell.
She was still going to use it.
Right. At which
Wait,
point it is
wait.
also the Elemental's turn. All 3 of them get a chance to re-roll to see if they get back their ability to swallow people up like that. Nope. Yup. Yup. Monk. Monkey, monk, monk, monk. Cruad. The 2 next to you that you've been striking throughout this entire time are both going to try and overwhelm you, to try and absorb you. The first one goes to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving.
Yes, please.
That is a 22.
You managed to get past that one. Do it again. So 2 of them.
17.
Again, both try, both fail, but one of them is just going to try and attack you.
Bonk.
Yeah. All 3 of them are on you right now. One gets one, and it's only one attacking, so one of it slams and gets through, and you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as they smack you about.
Cool.
That's the water elemental's turn. Elias, it is your turn. Your commander is bobbing next to you.
I shall reattach her rebreather.
Yes.
Does that leave me still
It's a bonus action. You can
Yeah.
still cast it in action.
Fantastic. In that case, and she's on 0 hit points.
She's on 0 hit points.
What would be best to cast? Probably regenerate would give her the most, won't it?
Yes, it would.
So I shall do that.
How are you doing on spell points?
Oh, not great.
How many
but
have
I've
you
got
got
a few. I've got 44 left.
44!
Of that's below half.
No, it isn't. You have 83 to start with.
But it's basically half.
Yeah, basically half.
Yeah. All right. Go on, cast regenerate
No,
on
I'm
her.
getting through them. I had half. In an
Yeah,
hour, I've lost
yeah,
half.
that's true. Go on. To be fair, I've been spending key points like it's going out of style.
And I'm wasting an awful lot of spell points on people who keep trying to die.
Not
Do I
trying
need to roll for this?
What you are rolling for is how much health she gets back.
So that's actually.
Actually, no, regenerate is... Oh, it's complicated, isn't it? It's 4... I got it. No, Flurry Blow's only one more on top of that. Yeah, it is.
48 plus 15.
48 plus 15. Go for it.
6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
You
18,
can
19,
use bonus
20
action.
plus 15 is 35.
35 hit points are returned to you, Relora. You will also gain 1 hit point per round for the next hour.
I mean, that's better than I was feeling before I felt unconscious.
Yeah. So you now have 35 hit points. Add 1 hit point to your total every round for an hour, effectively.
I'll give you some of my God's literature afterwards.
Thank you. You got something to say to me, Redhead?
Yes. Let me just read the top bullet point there.
Mm-hmm. 2?
Yes.
Gets 2 main action attacks. Gets 1 for free. Glorious Bites Inspection.
I don't want to get caught up in rules lawyering here, but I don't think that's true. And also, we've been playing like that for the whole morning. So, if necessary, we'll do it from the next hour. But I'm not going to get caught up in trying to work out how many attacks a monk gets. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Thank you.
Hey, cleaning crew.
Thank you. Right, Elias brings Relora back to life. Peanut, it is your turn. You are currently hidden,
I
so if
am
you attack,
hidden.
you can sneak attack.
Yes. Without disadvantage on the roll too. Okay, so
There are still 3 water elementals.
Which
They are
one
currently
looks
all
the
engaged with him. The one that had Relora in it.
okay, I'm gonna attack that one again
Mhm.
with sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't roll a 2. That's better. That's 18.
Go for it.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Oh, that's good. That's max. Okay. So, 43.
The arrow strikes through the area of the water elemental, and it clearly dissipates as it goes through. You have defeated 1 out of 3.
I'm gonna hide again.
Sure, great. The rogue goes back to doing what she knows best, hiding. Cruid, this is your turn. Now 2 of them are still trying to strike at you.
Yes. One looks. Well, it's hard to see if one looks worse.
One looks like it's dissipating at the edges more than the other.
I'm gonna punch it 3 times.
3 times. Well, twice and then once with.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you punch him?
Hard.
Hard. Are you trying to do something clever? Are you trying to...
No.
No. Stunning
not at this
strikes
point. The
or
koala's nearly
anything?
drowned,
Stunning
so I-
strikes or anything?
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
How about I punch the one that looks weaker,
Yeah.
stunning strike the other one,
Sure.
and then go back to the first one for the final one.
Sure. Fine by me.
Yeah.
3 hints I gave you to stunning strike him.
There you go. There you go. Here comes the first hit, which is non-stunning strike.
Sure.
That's a natural 17. plus
That
9.
hits. Roll the second one with the stunning strike as well,
Stunning
please.
strike. That 15.
Just hits, and roll the third one for the other damage.
That's a natural 18.
Yeah, so do me 2 strikes, roll them together to do the damage, and then do me 1 for the stunning strike, please, so I can... What's the one I'm beating?
18 is your.
Roll a 1.
Okay, so for the 2 hits, one is 10 and one is 11.
Okay, so 21 points of damage to that one, and the other one takes...
Oh, yes, sorry. I do need to roll for the stunning strike.
That's all right.
And the other one takes 5.
5 points of damage, but it is stunned until the end of its next turn. No problemo.
Monks!
Monks! Good. Right. Relora, it is your turn. What would you like to do? One of them is clearly stunned, and like if you could see a patch of water not moving but floating in unison, you kind of get that impression. You've just come back to life, and you'll feel like you have this constant healing energy because you get 1 more hit point at the top of the round.
Yay.
Always do. And the other one is looking a bit raggedy, but is still fighting with your monk deckhand.
And this entire place, like, it's not like there's an air pocket at
No,
the top.
nothing
it's
like that.
just
Completely
entirely
underwater.
Completely underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The whirlpool effect that was happening last hour is gone as the genie has swum too far away to maintain the effect.
Okay. She's gonna. There's one that looks raggedy, right?
There are 2 left. One looks worse than the other, but the other is stunned.
The one that's stunned. That's like automatic. Well,
If you have
the one that's stunned.
if it's stunned, all attack rolls against it have advantage, and it automatically fails strength and saving throws. Yeah.
I'm gonna attack the one that's stunned because I don't want to get stuck in one again. With my 2 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
So
So she swims back into combat after you healed her.
Yeah. 26.
Hits.
26.
Right.
For both of those daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's 8, 9 in total. And then with bonus action.
Mm-hmm. You stab the stunned one. It does not. You stab the stunned one. It does not react. Still taking damage, but it can't do anything.
Yeah, it can't react to it. I remotely stab with my spiritual weapon the other one.
Sure. Your spiritual weapon is a dagger again.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
You do that. You do that.
That is a 22.
22 hits.
11.
11. Yup. Still fine. Big old sacks of hit points,
Do
water
I have
elementals.
any movement left?
Yes.
Just want to put some distance between them and me.
So you backpedal, and it gets attack opportunity on you as you go out as you swim out of its reach.
Wait, it's a stunned one.
Oh, the stunned one.
Yeah,
it doesn't get attack
away from the
opportunity.
stunned one.
That's fine. It doesn't get attack opportunity. Damn. Right, but I did just roll, and the one that is not stunned got its ability to swallow someone back. The stunned one at the end of this turn will reform. The other one, noting how it's not getting anywhere with this bastard, and is quite terrified of it because you're doing quite a bit of damage to it, swims away from you.
Attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yes. I'd like to punch it
Sure.
with my mighty fist.
With your mighty fist.
15
That hits.
for a big fat 6 damage.
6 points of damage. It takes the hit as it goes away, and it's going to target the thing that has done the most damage to it.
Can it find
It
me?
can't find you, but it's swimming in your direction, and it's sort of searching around the wreck looking for you, but so far, no luck. But these things have an incredible speed underwater. Is it 120 feet? 90 feet. So this water is just moving all around looking for you. So far, no luck. At which point it is Peanut's turn. Oh, it's Eliza's turn. I'm sorry. End of round. There is one that has just stopped being stunned, that is floating around there, trying to work out what it's going to do, and one has... It's not disappeared from view, but it's going to be much harder to hit. It's a lot further away.
Sure, well, the one that's just been stunned, I will use a divine strike with my crossbow.
Uh-huh.
Shoot at it.
Well, your crossbow doesn't take disadvantage underwater because it is a crossbow, so just make your normal attack roll with it.
Ha-ha! 14 plus 7.
Hits.
It hits, marvellous.
Roll for damage and add the divine strike on top of it.
18 plus 20, 21.
21 points of damage. It takes it. This one has not taken as much damage yet, so it's still looking relatively healthy. Peanut, it is now your turn. There is one actively looking for you right now.
And the other one is still stunned.
And the other one is not stunned anymore, it is just floating, and it is not in direct combat with anybody.
Okay. Is there a way where I can? Do I see the one looking for me?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way that I can duck out when I don't think it's facing me?
Yeah, your hide roll is high enough. You can
Okay.
stay hidden relatively easily against this one.
Okay, I'm going to attack it while I'm not while I'm hidden, I guess, but like I'm going to attack it. Does that make sense? Like I'll be.
You'll get a sneak attack on it,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm going to do that.
Yep.
With the short bow.
Yep.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits it. Roll your sneak attack damage on this one. While you're rolling that, we're going to move across to Cruid. There's one in front of you that was stunned and is not anymore and is still bearing down on you.
I want to punch it 3 times.
Punch it 3 times. You can use stunning strikes if you want, or you can use flurries of blows. Well, you've used a flurry of blows.
Yes, I have.
Do you want to use your stunning strike as well?
Oh, God.
Thank you.
I'll leave it till next time.
How many key points do you have left?
2.
Excellent.
40.
40 points of damage.
And I'm going to hide again.
You don't need to. It is toast.
Oh, goody. I'm still going to hide again.
You shoot your arrow out of hiding again. This thing wasn't smart enough to find you, and you tear through, and again, it dissipates.
Okay, cool.
19.
That hits.
16.
Mm-hmm.
And modified 20.
Yeah, they all hit.
Cool. First damage is 12.
Yep.
Second damage is 7.
Yep.
And third damage is 8.
So 27 points of damage.
Mhm.
Yep, you've hit it. It's still there.
Pow, pow, pow!
Pow, pow, pow.
Ha!
Takes a while with monks. That's what they all say. Right, it is Rilora's turn.
So there's only one left.
There's only one left. It was stunned. It is now no longer stunned, and it is now floating. It's looking mighty cheesed off.
Ah, is it now?
Yep.
Don't really want to bounce through spell slots, so starting off with spiritual weapon, still in dagger form.
You're going to do all 3 dagger strikes with it.
Can I do that?
As in bonus action and...
Oh no. As I just want to start with the spiritual weapon of
Sure.
the dagger to whatever it looks like as its back. That's a 27.
That hits.
And that does 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yup.
And then no, she can't think quickly enough to do that. She throws one of her daggers. She throws the lizard dagger so that she doesn't have to get into close range with it.
You can only throw it 20 feet, and the roll has disadvantage.
Okay.
So you can do that, but it's an attack with disadvantage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's see how badly this goes.
Come on.
Okay. 18.
18. That hits.
Okay. So that is 6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yup.
I no longer have a dagger.
It is currently sticking in it in the water, so it is still in it, but it's just there.
Yeah.
Right, it is the elemental's turn. Yeah, it's going to go for you. You've really pissed it off by hitting it so many times. What's your armor class?
17.
One of those hits. You take 9 points of damage as it lashes out at you. Not getting what I want. Okay, Elias, it is your turn. There is one left. It is looking pretty peaky. It has Aurora's dagger stuck inside it.
Okay. Then I shall cast Guiding Bolt again. At,
Sure.
Third level.
Please do.
Shazoom.
Do you say Shazoom as it goes?
Yeah.
Shazoom.
It's 15 plus 9, which is 14, is that?
14. That hits.
No, 14. No, because that would be minus 1. 15 plus 9.
Oh, 24. Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah, 15 hit already. Yeah, it's fine. Rolls a damage on that, which is 5d6. No, 66.
66.
5d6.
5d6.
66?
5d6.
5d6. 66.
4d6 plus 2. It's 66.
Is it 66?
It's 66. Not 66. 6d6.
I must count that.
Yeah.
5d6?
How many dicks?
What?
Did we say 5?
60 dicks? What?
6d6 or 5?
6. 5? 66.
23!
Yes!
You fire your guiding bolts and it disappears out of the water and it is slain. Can we get back to some creepy underwater music, please,
And
Cap?
also,
Thank
after
you.
the whole 66, 5d6 debate, Chris, you take 5 psychic damage.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
I think that's about my current state. Good. You are in this underwater lair of what you assume is the dragon turtle's lair, but it is not here. The genie was here and has now gone back down the tunnel out.
Which tunnel did he swim out of?
There's
The
only one tunnel in or out. Oh, there's one tunnel with water racing in, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wouldn't go down that one. He went down the main tunnel, which is about 1,500 foot wide and clearly the dragon turtle's main entrance and egress.
Can I have a look through the treasure pile?
Sure.
Settled. Because I remember, because we were all briefed by the captain on this, that there's some sort of focus involved in charming a dragon turtle.
Absolutely. Roll
Can
a
I-
perception check.
19.
19. You sift through and there's various magical items and artifacts and nothing of any major value or combat ability, but things like gold, gems, precious paintings that have clearly been ruined, nice bits of furniture, magical items that like make a table full of food appear and that sort of thing. So various sort of interesting, useful items, but nothing. You want to drag a table out of here?
Makes a table of food appear.
No, it's a table that makes food appear on it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And it is about weighs about 50 kilos. Yes.
Underwater.
That would also render your job on the ship obsolete.
That would, never mind. You can't like to burn it underwater.
But there is no focus. Can everyone make an insight check, please? 8, 19,
16.
16,
Big fat natural.
big fat natural 20. You have this sneaking suspicion that if there is some kind of focus that controls it, it'll either be on the genie or on the turtle.
I suppose we need to go back after the genie, but I don't think that. I look to the commander.
You can't
Yeah,
talk,
we
you're
can't
underwater.
speak to each other.
Right,
I
can't talk.
to-
Could I look for the tablet in case it's
The tablet?
a pile of treasure?
Sure.
as soon as
Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
as soon as the fight was over, I took off my breather and messaged Elias saying, "Thank you, Elias. I don't know what else to say."
No problem.
You're slowly creeping back up to full hit points as every 6 seconds you gain a hit point, so just, yeah.
I rolled a 14.
Part of my
No,
holy
d-
duties, I'm afraid.
You again you remember someone saying that the tablet was inside the turtle, so it wouldn't be on the floor here.
What do you want to do?
You need to describe what you're doing for people who can't see.
Oh yes, I'm sort of gesturing like, genie, that way, pursuit, focus.
Relora doesn't
Destroy.
understand
Show us
all
the
of the
gesture
things
for
that
genie
that he's doing,
The gesture for genie is jazz hands near the face.
and so she takes off her breather to message and goes, "What do you want to do?"
Are we engaging in pursuit of genie?
Messaging each one in turn.
Mm.
Does anyone know how dangerous that genie is?
I shrug.
I've got a pretty good idea.
I've only heard rumours. It's really bad. So I don't know.
Does she have any kind of sense of whether it's necessary?
You need to get to the dragon turtle. The dragon turtle has the piece in its stomach.
Yeah.
The genie controls the dragon turtle.
Oh, she
You
knows,
do the math.
She knows that it controls it.
Yeah, that's been clear from the start.
Okay. We have to follow it, or him, or her, whatever. If you can all be on the offensive, I can try to see if I can influence it.
You'll get a chance to respond with one line.
I'll do anything for the ship.
I'm bound by holy orders.
I'll help you.
Unfortunately.
The four of you float towards this underwater river, and you don't need to make much effort to swim down it because the water flow
Yeah.
is pushing
Yeah.
down it. So you can make your way down it.
Yes. Just a quick update. What's happening with Golan?
We will find out at another time.
Yeah, that was worth asking.
As you float down this underwater river, you see various pockets above you of air. It appears that this river pokes out into various underwater lakes like you experienced before, and your other party members may have experienced yesterday. As you make your way out, you realize this is flowing out into the sea. As the water around you starts to get more salinated, you can feel the taste in your mouth, and you realize that you are now making your way out, presumably back to the open sea. In which case you all get this sinking feeling that the dragon turtle might not even be here anymore, and you may need to start your quest to find it all over again. And that's where we're going to end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, stream. I'll hand to Kat to see us out.
Thank you so much for joining us this hour.
Yeah.
Please do feel free to come back if you want to watch it again, or if you do want to play. We are here until Monday. We're doing 10 till 3 and then 5 till 10 every day except for next week, Thursday and Friday. You can also watch on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, and we're live tweeting at Adventurers 250. So give us a wee follow, get in touch, and do feel free to come back. For player tickets, you can book them downstairs at the box office or on the Sweet Menu website. I'm going to quickly hand over to these guys if anyone wants to do a quick plug for anything.
Yes, I'm in a sketch comedy double act. We're called Dirty White Boys. Our show is called Stupid. It's on at 9 p.m. at Just the Tonic at the Caves, which is on Cowgate. Pay what you want show, so it's free entry. 5 shows remain.
I'm doing a one-man show about Thomas Paine, the 18th century radical.
Which has now been renamed to Bring the Pain, right?
which potentially is being renamed to Bring the Pain, but not in the official guidebooks. It's called The Common Man. It's on at 7:30 on at Sea Royale on George Street. It's about the remarkable story of the corset maker who was involved in the American and French revolutions and peed off everyone he met.
Indeed, brought the pain.
He did bring the pain. So it'd be lovely to see you there.
I draw D&D characters. I have a DeviantArt. It's O.A. Rackvery, which is OARACHVAERI. And I also have an email, the same thing, Twitter, same thing. I do commissions, so if you want to do something like that, just let me know.
Thank you.
Cool, well,
Splendid.
thank you all so much. We will be back here at 5 o'clock, so see you all then.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. I get a break. Yay! Bye, stream.